Hey folks, Oddball back. So I'm doing a jig video today. We're going to do a 32nd ounce jig head done in pepper pearl. I'd already started this jig and my tail material had come out, which after a few choice words I decided to pull it out and redo it. I've got my line drawn up to here. I'm just going to tie this material back in. And like I was saying, previously, this stuff can be a pain in the butt to work with, which I'd already cut it to length, so I'm just tying it back in and tying it tight. That way it can't go anywhere. Okay. And we're going to run that up, and then run it back. We got a few loose errant hairs here and there, but mainly just wanting to get that tied in. Alright. The other color I'm going to go for with the tail is going to be this bright, almost electric blue. I like this stuff. It's real pretty. I'm going to say about that much. And we're going to come in, do a few loose wraps, and then tighten it up. Because Lord knows, if you don't, you're going to have the problem I did a minute ago. And then all of a sudden you're going to have a bunch of loose bucktail sliding out of your wraps. It's going to make you want to cuss and scream and just act a fool. And we don't want that. And I realize, yeah, it's no fun seeing my ugly mug sitting way back here while I'm wrapping, but that's just the way you have to do it. Man, that looks odd. Okay, anyway, we got that locked in. I'm going to cut it right about there. Have a little bit more body to grab a hold of and tie down now that I got it locked in. Excuse me, my stomach is making very odd noises at me right now. And one of these days I'm going to get this tied in. And if anybody's getting into doing any of this time business, you will learn to take your time, because you will do like me if you get in a hurry and get wrapped around the hook. Alright, still got some silver in there. What do I want to do as my highlight flashing color? I did not think about this beforehand. What's something that's going to be good to go with this? I wish I just had some plain silver. That would look really good with this. But actually, I think this will work. I wish you could see the color on this, because it is kind of a bluish green iridescent. Like, it's white, but just has this pretty iridescence to it. Good stuff. I think I got 2 little skeins of this. Alright, we're going to do like we always do. Fold it in half. And cut. Set those down. Fold it back over and cut it in half again. Wow. Got it on first try. Cool. Anyway. Yeah, I think this will look real good with this. So we're going to fold that over. I got 2 pieces on this side. And we're just going to tie that in. Make it look pretty. And I know this looks like I've got a lot of body right up in here. It happens. But this is why we have Chanel. It'll cover up a multitude of sins. Plus, we can make it fat and buggy. Because I want this to be kind of a bright jig anyway, so... And I'll go back and trim and do all that fun stuff later. At the end of the video. So we'll make sure we get that tied in. Make it look pretty. As my grandma Gladys would say, oh, I gotta make it pretty. And if my dad or my stepmom's watching this, they know what I'm talking about, or anybody that knew my grandmother. Loved the old woman to death, but good Lord, that woman's voice was all key. She's always, well... Sorry, I gotta do that every now and then if I'm talking about that old woman. But anyway, so I'm going to use some of this kind of frosted blue and silver chenille to do our body. And once again, I apologize because I do not have a blue or a silver denier to tie this off with. Shame on me. I've got to get some more colors ordered or go to my supplier where I get all my stuff. I'm going to cut this a little bit longer than usual because I want to do some heavy wraps on this. And actually I'm going to cut this in half. Roughly. Yeah, we'll do about that much. I want this body to build up pretty quick. Alright, so as usual, we're going to have our cut ends facing this way. And the reason we do this is so it'll hide our wraps. As it says, chenille will hide a multitude of sins. So we're going to wrap it back towards the head. And looks like I did not get a strand in there. Okay, so we'll run it back. See, I leave these goof ups in here for a reason. Because you can, well, most of my goof ups. So you can see how to go back and fix something. Learn from my mistakes. And then we'll just slowly start wrapping. And I try to keep all my strands together, and I give everything kind of a light twist when I'm doing this. And I'm keeping backwards pressure. That way it'll roll back and cover what's behind it. Alright, so now we can move back. Ooh, I should have cut more. Oh, well. Gives it kind of a buggy body, but that's okay. Oh, we're going to be cutting it close. Very, very close. Alright. Which I think that worked out more in our favor than what we anticipated. But that's okay. I'm trying to keep this video shortish. Maybe one day I'll start doing reels or something. I should have been recording whenever I was busy earlier. I'm preparing to do a barbecue tomorrow at one of my friends' houses. And I've got almost 10 pounds, like we're talking, it is just a fraction of an ounce of being off by 10 pounds of a Boston butt and 2 racks of St. Louis style ribs. I made my own rub. I've made my own sauce to go with it. Made a peach-based vinegar sauce, and then I'm going to go back and make a glaze to go over the ribs. I wish I had done videos over that, but c'est la vie. I forgot. Sorry. As I said, at some point I'm going to start doing barbecue videos. I'll probably do something regarding barbecue tomorrow, like probably just like my temps and stuff like that. Like I'll try to get us something going just to show you. That's going to actually require editing. So forgive me if it takes a little bit longer to get that video up. Alright, I think that's good enough. I wish I had something to cover that black, but I think that bug looks pretty good, all things considering. We're going to do a little bit of UV resin. That's it, just a little bit. I've been using this stuff on jigs for the same bottle on jigs for months, and I still got a buttload of it. Anyway, UV light. This UV resin amazes me because I'm like, how in the world did somebody come up with the chemical composition of a resin to cure in UV radiation light? Like, it just amazes me. Like a lot of things in this day and age, like, seriously, like, how do people come up with this crap? How did somebody figure out if you stick this resin in UV light, whether it be under one of these UVA and UVB lights, or stick it outside, that it would start to catalyze? Like, that's just amazing to me. Alright, we're going to take it out of the vise. We're going to look. I've got a few little errants. Ah. And looky there. We got a pretty little blue and silver bug. It's got a little bit of silver in that back. Once it gets in the water, it'll start doing this number. It'll be good. Alright, that's going to be all for this video. Check back in a few days. Hopefully I will have some stuff done for the barbecue that I'm doing tomorrow. Once again, doing a Boston butt, doing a couple racks of ribs. I made my own rub, made my own sauce, going to make my own glaze, and I will update y'all on how that went. But for now, y'all keep fishing. Take it easy.